If there's one lesson I wish I learned earlier in my career, it's this. When you are known for everything, you are known for nothing. What does that actually mean? When you're out there and someone says, well, what does your company do? Or what are you good at? And you start rattling off 100 different things. That person that you are trying to communicate with, that potential client that you're trying to get, they have absolutely no idea what you do or who you are when that conversation ends. Or if they go to your website and there's a million different things that you do, when they leave your website, they have no idea what you actually are all about, what you're an expert in or anything. When you try to be known for everything, you're actually known for nothing. And in my businesses have generated, the ones that I've started and run have generated over $300 million in revenue. But it wasn't until I made one small change about being known for something that my businesses really took off. So here's what happened. I've had an advertising agency for a really long time. And I used to go in to all of these different pitches to try to get business. And I'd go into the pitch, I'd have this like 50-page slide deck, and all these people would be in the room and they would say, well, what do you do? And I said, well, we do demand generation campaigns. We do email and direct mail and digital and social and all these different things. And everybody, their eyes would glaze over. And at the end of it, I would leave there and I would do this over and over and over again. And I wouldn't get the business. And then one day, after I did one of these very long, boring pitches, one of the people that were in the room, they grabbed me off to the side and they said, you know, Jay, that part when you talked about email marketing, if you would have just spoken about that, we actually would have given you that business. And then maybe after you got that business, who knows, maybe we would have given you more business. And that night I remember sitting on my couch and it was like a light bulb went off. I said, wait a minute. I'm going into all of these pitches trying to say I do all this stuff because I can do it. But people are confused. They don't actually know what to do with me. They don't know what to do with the information. I said, I need to be known for something. So I went on GoDaddy and I said, I'm going to be known for email marketing. That's going to be my backdoor into getting all of this business out there. And I saw there was a URL available. It cost $500. Somebody owned it for subjectline.com, because I had this idea that if I had a website that was called subjectline.com and people could go to it and people could use it, then I would become known for email. So I said, screw it. I bought this domain for $500 with absolutely no plan, really no idea what I was doing. So I buy the URL, and then within about a week, I set up this tool, this free tool, subjectline.com, where people can go to that site. Still to this day, it's the same thing. This is now 15 years later. And people can go to that site, they can put their subject line in, they get a score, it tells them how good or bad it is, all this cool stuff happens. And fast forward, by the way, we've now checked over 15 million subject lines on this website. But more importantly than all of that, I don't care really about all of that. What I did care about was when I started to go out into the market to try to get business, I would lead with, hey, and by the way, our company is the one behind subjectline.com. We're real experts in this email stuff. And one by one, we started winning this business for my agency because everyone's like, oh, they're the email people. They know email really, really well. And then guess what? We would then get all that other business later on because we did a really good job. And to this day, right now, people say, oh, you do email. That's what you do. But here's the secret. Less than 50% of the revenue of my company has anything to do with email marketing. We became known for something, and it allowed us to grow into all these different areas. Think about all the different companies out there, okay? Starbucks, what are they known for? They're known for coffee. But over half their revenue now is coming from things that are not just coffee. It's their food, it's their products, it's all this stuff. How about Apple? Oh yeah. Of course, they have their phones. They're known for their phones. But when you spend your money with Apple now on a monthly basis, what are you spending on? On their services, on their app store, on Apple TV, on all of these different things. How about Tommy John? Okay, I love Tommy John. Their underwear, I do. I love it. It's the best, and that's what they're known for. But guess what? Half my wardrobe is now Tommy John clothes and different things that they've expanded into. But these companies all know something. When you're known for something, you can get more of that business. When you try to be known for everything, you lose because you'll be known for nothing. And this is the same thing for in your career. right? When somebody doesn't actually know what you do, when you're not in the room and they're talking about you, what are they saying that you are awesome at? What are they saying that we need you to do that thing when you're not in the room? Like, oh, that person's so good at Shopify. That person crushes it on YouTube. That person really understands how to analyze revenue. That person's fantastic with forecasting. What is it that they talk about you when you're not in the room? Because if there's not a thing that you are known for, then they're not talking about you. You're not going to grow. Become that expert in that thing. Promote that you're the expert in that thing. Promote that your business is exceptional at this thing. And then you grow from there. You can't come out of the gate being like, I'm awesome at everything. My business is awesome at everything. That is how you get nothing. So when you are known for everything, you are known for nothing.